London's winter air was crisp, and the Christmas lights twinkled across the city. Olivia Evans, a rising fashion designer, rushed out of a high-end boutique, frustration clear on her face. She had just lost a major investor for her dream project. As she walked toward her car, she noticed a man sitting by the entrance of an old bookstore. He wasn't like the other homeless people she had seen. His posture was upright, his beard neatly trimmed, and his piercing green eyes held a quiet intelligence. He was reading Pride and Prejudice under the dim streetlight. Something about him pulled her in. "Are you okay?" she asked hesitantly. He looked up and smiled. "I've had better days." His voice was deep, cultured, and oddly familiar. Olivia didn't know then that she had just met Alexander Knight, the missing billionaire heir who had vanished 3 years ago. Intrigued by his mysterious charm, Olivia offered him a warm meal. Over dinner, she learned that Alexander had lost everything overnight: his business, his family's trust, and even his name. Someone had framed him for fraud, and instead of fighting, he chose to disappear. Days turned into weeks, and Olivia found herself drawn to him. She invited him to stay in her guest house, and as they spent time together, their bond deepened. He wasn't just smart. He was kind, protective, and had a way of making her feel like the most important person in the world. One evening, as snowflakes danced in the cold London air, they walked along the Thames. "You deserve the world, Olivia," Alexander murmured, tucking a strand of hair behind her ear. "And what if the only world I want is you?" she whispered back. That night, under the city lights, they shared their first kiss, a kiss that sealed their fates. Just when Olivia thought she had found her forever, the past came knocking. A viral news report exposed Alexander's true identity, and suddenly, the world wanted answers. His enemies resurfaced, and his family, who had abandoned him, sought reconciliation. Worse, Olivia realized the investor who had backed out of her project was the same man who had destroyed Alexander's life, his ruthless cousin, Damian Knight. Now, Olivia had a choice: walk away to protect herself or fight for the man she loved. Olivia devised a bold plan. She used her influence in the fashion industry to host an exclusive charity gala, ensuring the attendance of London's elite, including Damian. In front of the press, Alexander confronted his cousin, exposing the fraud and lies that had ruined him. With undeniable proof and Olivia's unwavering support, Alexander reclaimed his fortune and his place in high society. But when he turned to Olivia, his eyes held uncertainty. "Will you still have me now that I'm no longer just a man with nothing?" he asked. She smiled through happy tears. "I didn't fall for a billionaire. I fell for you." Months later, Olivia's fashion empire flourished, and Alexander rebuilt his legacy. But most importantly, they had each other. In a private ceremony in the English countryside, under a sky full of stars, Olivia walked down the aisle toward the only man she had ever truly loved. Because love isn't about riches, it's about finding home in someone's heart.